Welcome back, engineers, to another episode of Automate It. We have finished World 1 with mostly 5 stars. There's one level I did 4 stars, but that's fine. We're going to move on to World 2 and try to get 5 stars on all of these levels. World 2, I assume, will introduce plenty of fun new mechanics. So let's start with World 2, Level 1, Pirates of the Caribbean. This looks simple enough. We've only got 3 inputs. Where's my output? Deliver 60 structural cables in a minute 20. Switch recipe? What does that mean? That is new. So there's multiple different recipes that we can do. Right, we can use the advanced cutter recipe or we can use a welder recipe. Fair enough. So there's variations to the recipe that we need to figure out which recipe is the best. Where do we even deliver it to though? Oh, we have to go upstairs and deliver it out this way. What the heck? Alright, so many variables now. Why don't we do this simple recipe? This simple recipe, we need to deliver 60 in a minute 20. So if we get 60 per minute, that should do it. 20 seconds travel time. Which means we just need one advanced cutter and just a bunch of copper, which we have. And if we want to deliver it faster, we would use the alternate recipe, which uses copper, wood, and iron in a welder. Okay, why don't we try this copper recipe first? This seems a lot easier. I'm gonna start building backwards, right? In theory, 60 per minute, and we have a minute 20 to deliver everything. To deliver it in a minute, we would need 2 of these advanced cutters, which is fine. So we'll double it up and do 2. So these are the advanced cutters. They're absolutely massive. We can put one here. Where's my copper? All my copper is on this side. So we put one here and say one like here. And then we would belt that in like that. Right? Into the advanced cutter, we need copper filaments, which is a furnace and then a press. So we would need to furnace in like this. And then we would need 2 presses. Like here. And like, I mean, let's put our furnace here. And then let's put another press, say, here. This is my initial design. We'll tune and optimize things as we go. So like that would be that, right? Now I just need to get, no, there's no way this would work because I can't get that in here and that in here. We'd have to flip one of these. Or alternatively, just do something like this would be a lot more sense making. Then by that logic, wouldn't I put my furnace like this? And then put my other press like here? That makes a lot more logical sense. And now I just need to route my 4 belts of copper into here. So we need splitters like here and say here. That makes sense to me. There's probably a better way to lay this out to get all the inputs together, but I think this is okay for now. Now I just need 2 belts of copper to go into here. So obviously some sort of lift system. How do I know what height this is at? I need a lift here and potentially a lift here. And I'll put that there. And that goes like that. That goes like that. And then we just need to split it here. Right? It doesn't matter how I split it there. Oh, no. I can't split it there. I have to split it here because this is a 240 thing and our belts can only carry 120. So I'd have to split it here and here. That's my initial design. How are we doing for power? We're a little bit over power. And we're a little bit over power. But does that get us a solution? How's our time? Yep, that gets us under time, but we just need to get under power. Wow, that puts us at number 5 already. What the heck? Alright, let's see if we can't optimize this a little bit more. We only need to shave off like 5 belts somewhere. So it shouldn't be too hard. I'm thinking, is there a better layout for this section? If we get these directly in, isn't this exactly what we had before? No, we had it the other way around before. If we put our furnaces in like this, yeah, there's no sort of direct in method, is there? If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. Did we get better belts or something? Nope. Is this less belt than we had before? 186. This is slightly less belt than we had before. Oh no, that's because I haven't put in these belts yet. That's exactly the same amount of belts as we had before. What if we tried to get less kinks happening over this side? So if these two belts both directly come out this side, then we lift it up and get it across. Let's just get rid of this for now. We know what we need to do. And then we do our split as close as possible. I can't do them right next to each other, because there's no way I can fit two furnaces next to each other on this. So either way, we definitely need a split somewhere like this. That way I can put my furnaces like, say, here and say here. That doesn't make sense. This is the absolute min-max you can do here with these lifts like this. So we just have to toy with this side where we put the furnaces and stuff. What if we created more room on this side? I know we'd have to use one extra belt over here, but then does that make all of this a lot better? Because we can do that then. And now this goes direct in. And then the furnace would definitely have to go here. And this cutter can go here. Then we can maybe do something like this. And then that goes in there, that goes into the cutter goes into there, and then that goes like that. But is that better? It's 2 tiles better. Damn. Well, we can save even more tiles by moving this up. Like that. That saves us another 2 tiles. Now we just need to get rid of 3 belts somewhere. I feel like there's something we can do to collapse this better. I don't think this is the correct direction. I don't think splitting it like this is the right way to go. Let's put it back and let's just redo this part. I think if we just clean up this part, everything should be fine. So grab a building again over here. We'll go in this way. Then we need our furnaces. So I think the furnace in the middle was the right move. And then we need our cutters. So I'm going to put one here and one here. Now we just need to efficiently route the belting into here. And we should be sweet. So where would be the closest place I could put my splitter here? Not there, but here. So like this, right? Because then I can do that. And that's one side done. Now I can turn this belt like this way. And then where's the closest place I can put this splitter? Which is like here. And I can do something like that. That's less belt, I think. Let's check and find out. That's 188 still. Oh, so close, but not quite. The only other thing I can think of doing to cut down power is, what if instead of building up here, we build everything down here, and since a single belt can transport 120, we can save on an entire lift. Instead of lifting 2 belts up, we should try to limit ourselves to lifting like 1 belt up and in. So what I mean is, if our final belt can look something like this, then that would save a lot of power, right? But that would involve building our entire infrastructure down the bottom instead of up the top. And I'm not sure we have enough space to do that. So let's give it a go. We'll shift it this way to give ourselves the most amount of space. And then immediately we need to split off into 2 belts. One of the belts is going to need to be a burner. The other one is going to need to be a press. So it'll be something like this, right? And the burner and the press being here means we can build our advanced cutter like here. That should be perfect. So that's one of our belts done. And then if we build our second factory, like say what we were doing before, and we'll build backwards this time. We'll just do a rough sketch for now. So we can put one here. And then say we put our press the way we did it before, something like this. And we had to drag a very inefficient belt down there to get that working. But we should be able to split this somewhere. Hopefully there's enough room to do the split. Yes. So we can do the split there, right? And that gets our 2 belts. Now, before we send it up a lift, we want to merge them. How can I do that? Let me line up this belt to this tile here. So if we did it like this, and then we brought this back like that. Is that like too much extra tile? Like that? Like that? That'll merge these 2 together before we bring it up as a single belt out. Does that even save anything? 163, that saves tons because we've got 1 hole less lift and stuff, but does it work? Looks like it's working. Is it faster? It works. Okay, it's slower. It's slower because we didn't get a record on time, but we're still number 5. This is one of the top 5 solutions. Amazing. Cool. Okay. Number 6 in terms of power and number 5 in terms of... Hey, I'm happy with that.